Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then.
My name is Elaine, and I've been desiring for some time to put together a life history of my husband's life journey. My husband is Peter, and he's age 75 now. In order to retain memories of his life journey, I've decided to work with him and look at lots of photos from his birth, his ancestors, right up to his present day with his grandchildren, to form a narrative, a story, a journey of his life. And in the doing so, we've uncovered some gems. It's been like scraping the dirt off diamonds to do this, and it's been very rewarding. Peter has found expression of emotion and a sense of fulfillment in that his life was not as barren as he once perceived it to be after putting together this story. And I'd like to now share with you some of these moments in my husband's life. As the SBS advert says, everyone has a story.
Step into my heart, leave your cares behind.
And Lois and John married and had Peter, and this is the shot of Peter being held in his mother's arms. Shortly after he was born, about 2 months old, he is in this shot.
I love the ocean in summer, nor'easters, late storms, sounds of thunder.
Ross and I were married the 22nd of June 1968. I was 21 and a few months and he was 23. We married at St John's Church of England at Penshurst. It was very rainy day, but we still had a lovely time. Ross has always enjoyed his fishing. He progressed from being fishing for all species, off rocks, off the beach, trout fishing, and then his marlin fishing and big tuna fishing. This is a lovely photo of Ross. He's got the crew cut and going grey, and playing his music on the back of the boat. So when fishing was quiet, he'd pull out his guitar and sing the customers' songs, and everybody loved it. He just loved being on the ocean and loved being on his boat and just loved being out in the fresh air.
This is when I first met Peter. I went to a friend's engagement party and Peter was there. He danced with me and I was captivated by his lovely blue eyes. Would you believe it? He came into the shop about 2 days later and Mum was serving him. And in the middle of buying the vegetables, he asked for my hand in marriage. I was going to invite him to come home for dinner, but he just couldn't wait to do it that way. Then Mum said, "Did you ask Nancy?" "Yes." And she said to ask you. We became engaged in November and were married in the following year on the 29th of April, 1953. He was in the nursing home, Foreman Lodge, when we celebrated our 60th wedding anniversary on the 29th of April this year. So we had a blessing ceremony and then took Peter and the family to dinner at Miranda Hotel. All the children and grandchildren were present. We have since had a wedding in the family. Our eldest grandchild, Daniel, was married to Samantha on the 13th of July 2013 in Bowral. I do not like being on my own. We have had a wonderful life together. Peter is a very loving, considerate and kind person and is all I could ever want in a man. I may have been very upset and annoyed with him on occasions, but we never went to bed without forgetting our differences and making up. Peter was and still is the love of my life, and I pray that God may bless him and help him always. He is someone we all can be very proud of.